Hello there, we're back. So this is gonna be a relatively quick one. I'm gonna be busy for the next couple of days because this deployment's about to be over. We're gonna get as much done as we can in the next 30 minutes. Then tomorrow we'll do something for like an hour or so. So as you can see, I actually finally figured out what I'm gonna do about that little sequence that we were dealing with yesterday. So we're gonna watch the movie and we're gonna go on from there. So I'm giving myself at least like 30 minutes worth of work time. Tomorrow we'll do things a little bit longer. We'll do 2 rewatches just to make sure everything's all set. I think today's primarily just gonna be an Adobe Animate day. I might do a little bit of Aseprite work, but it just depends on time. I need to add an effect on the clone. I have put Twinkle there as well. Oh, and the ripple effect. Yeah, definitely have to do a ripple over there. So the only problem is, that's fine. I just need speed lines. And then like I was dealing with yesterday, unfortunately I have to go through all my assets and actually find the right speed lines for this. Alright, so definitely we're gonna have to add the ghost effect for that one for when she actually beats that one. Which we're gonna do in a second. Unfortunately, that's probably in the elemental folder. It is in the elemental folder. Damn. Alright, so we're going to be doing some Aseprite work while I wait for that folder to actually load up. Or after this movie's done. That looks so good. Okay. So while we wait, let me load the folder up and hopefully we'll get some stuff done. Okay, elemental. So this is gonna take at least 5 minutes to load up. While we wait, we'll be doing something in Aseprite. Alright. This is gonna be so hard because I wanted to mimic Emil the best that I could, but unfortunately I won't be able to do it. I would have to do some funky 3D stuff, which is not gonna look really good, unfortunately. So what I'm gonna do, I'll look through my tile sets later on, not today, but I'll look through my tile sets and we'll go from there. All right. Just give me a moment. What do we want to do here? Okay. Because we have caverns in the back. We have cavern houses in the back. Alright, we won't need the scythe any longer. File new. 128 by 128. Antagonists. What I'm gonna have to do is somehow, some way, get Minority Sprite to actually do like combative moves. It's gonna be kind of hard because if we alter this, it's gonna go all over the place because of her dress. What can we do? We have a lot of brainstorming here. Because the good thing is we have her doing God Press, which is actually really cool. Oh, I know what we can do. We can have her do like a slam dunking move. We can just move her arm from here to here. Yeah, we can do that. The best way for me to describe it is, let me draw something here. She'll grab Mia from here, and slam dunk her right there, if that makes any sense. All right. Copy. I give myself like at least 128 by 128, just give myself a lot of wiggle room. We're gonna copy this. Usually let's do it from here. Copy. We'll make this a layer. Rotate this. Yeah, that's perfect. So we're gonna rotate this 90 degrees. No, that's a little bit too much. Like that should be fine. A lot of Kingdom Hearts. Okay. All right. Adobe Animate is still loading that up. That's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, that'll look good. Also, this has been bothering me for the longest time, so I'm gonna fix it now. Yeah, that's... Also, I might as well just fix this. There we go. Looks a little bit better. File, save as. Hold this on lore, antagonist, minority. Like I mentioned before, unfortunately this has to be very, very short today because I gotta go to work. Which last minority slam. Okay. Bring this up to the training stage. Copy. So how this would work would be, as like I mentioned earlier, she'd grab them, slam them down like this, their body would be right there. And then we'll have some cool like fire effect or something like that. Yeah, we could probably just do that. It'd have to be this big. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's done. Is it still loading up? Okay, that's done. Good, we got one sprite done. I'm gonna have to go back into my tiles. I'll probably have to use certain assets from other games. Cause I have to put a cliff right behind here, The shoulder's gonna be right. No, we'll make this at nighttime. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right, we'll do that later. Not a big deal. Okay, Kaya's effects. This should be under magic. Is it? I think it's Ghost Wave. Copy this. Paste this right here. We're gonna go all the way back to where Mia killed the first clone. Let's see. It should be right here. All right. So the clone disappears right there. So what we can do, we're going to create a blank keyframe right above it. It's going to be right here. Blank keyframe. Wait a minute. What is a slash end? Actually, no. We can do it right here. Yeah, we don't even need to do the blank keyframe. All right. Ghost wave. We're gonna turn on onioning with the ghost wave right where the clone was. Onioning is your best friend. All right. So what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this big. Pretty big. And that's good. I definitely need to get a new mouse. Okay. This is one of those rare situations where the effects actually came up as a graphic, because 9 times out of 10 they'll come as a movie, and you won't be able to actually see where it actually starts and when it ends. This one actually lasts forever. So what we're gonna do is Minardi's clone, other clone, comes in right there. So we're gonna insert a blank keyframe right here, so it disappears. There we go. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit more. There we go. Let's see. What else do we want to do here? I might have to actually add a screen on Minardi's other clone for when Mia actually dispatches it. Boom, boom. So right there. What we're gonna do is insert a blank keyframe right here, right when she gets hit. Actually, yeah, we should probably do that. Blank keyframe. Ghost wave. Put it right on top of the clone. Actually, no, I'm a dumbass. What we should do is we're going to copy the one that we already had before, because we already resized it. Copy. We're going to paste it right here. Come on. What the? Why did it copy that? This is one of those weird situations where Adobe Animate just does not do what it wants me to do. Or it's one of those weird situations. I wanted to do something, it decides to do something else. I copied this, which I'm gonna try it again. That's selected. Copy frames, which we're gonna do. We're gonna go right here. Right at the blank keyframe. We're gonna paste it. There we go. Oh no. So we're gonna turn off onioning for a second. This one has to be above. So we're gonna drag this blank keyframe right above to where depth is. Actually, no, we shouldn't. Let's put it on. We'll put it on fluff. And we'll insert a blank keyframe right here. Perfect. Now paste. Perfect. So now we're gonna do something fun. So since Minardi's clone is about to be dispatched, we have to actually zoom out so we actually see where she goes. Because we're going to be doing tweening in a second. So right here, we're going to insert a blank key. We're going to insert a keyframe, which could be our B position. Because when it comes to tweening and easing is how a character moves from point A to point B. So if you want to be, if I want to explain this in the most easiest way imaginable, think about classic Sonic, how classic Sonic moves from left to right, up and down in a pretty simple motion. So if we don't add easing into this, she'll just teleport from one area to the next. It looks stupid. So what we're going to do is just make sure everything is lined up here, which it is. That's point A, that's point B. So now we got to grab this and move this all the way on top of Minardi's clone. Click anywhere in between them, point A and point B. You're gonna right click it, create classic tween. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do ease in and out. That's what I do because I like ease in and out because it looks a little bit more natural. You ease into the move, then you move. Classic ease is fine, but for the purpose of this sprite animation, I use ease in and out. There we go, perfect. So let's save this and let's watch.
Yes, you are good.
So just also, don't mind the background noise because my roommate's actually speaking right now, so I'm sorry about that. But just bear with me for a couple more days. Then I'll be back in my room, and like by Saturday, I should be back streaming again. Hopefully, if not Sunday. See, perfect. That's really fast, but you guys can actually see the ghost flame. I do have to find the ripple effect. I'm very hesitant on using Kai's effects because, as people have noticed, I'll actually quote somebody who commented not too long ago. The effects that I do look jarring, but there's a reason why I'm using the specific effects that I'm using. It's mostly because the effects that I'm using, I know they're going to work with this version of Adobe Animate. If I try using other effects in my palette of effects, they might not be compatible with this version of Adobe Animate, and it causes a lot of crazy issues. So bear with me just 1 second. Oh, perfect, nice. We're gonna do like another, what time is it? We're gonna do like another like 6 minutes. Sorry for the short stream today. Unfortunately, it's crunch time, everybody. This one's about to be over in a couple of days, and they're making us do a lot of crazy stuff. Okay, just one more rewatch, and I think we should be good. Oh, you best believe I'm going to use the Dark Dawn falling sound effect. Very happy with the way Nerid looks without the turtle. And there's a reason why I'm doing it like this. We're gonna be updating the summons. Again, shout outs to Neo Judgment. Which, you know, I know that last sprite animation was an hour long. Jeez, it was an hour long. But I'll show off Neo Judgment one more time, because I'm definitely trying to make all the summons a little bit more crazy and interesting. So bear with me while I get that up real quick. Art did not see it coming. And again, it was a reference to Dragon Ball Z. Let's see. Neo Judgment. Give me 1 second, everybody. But I do like the way this sprite animation came out, even though it's like an hour long. Okay. That should be all the way over here. Jesus Christ. Damn. Alright, bear with me. I haven't heard Do Illusion Perfume, or this version of it was actually really good. I think with Neo Judgment, it was so hard to do because we had to literally take Judgment apart and redesign it, because Judgment should not be doing the things that it was doing. Besides it being a Gundam Wing, it was a Gundam Wing reference, Gundam Wing Endless Walls, but it was also a Dragon Ball reference. But I'm very happy with the way it came out. So we were trying to do something else with Nerid. Alright. Unfortunately, I can't skip this because if I do, Windows Movie Player will actually freeze. So I'm just gonna let it go. Give it a sec. And the world map at nighttime is so cool. All right. I'm still very happy with the way this came out. Should have wanted a little bit more extra with the shaking, but I still think it came out good. Unfortunately, I was not going to be able to replicate the actual in-game one, so I wanted to do my own little take on this. So we definitely did the whole tri-beam struggle with semi-perfect cell that Tian did. This is why we're going to have him firing multiple shots. I mean, it's not an Earth summon. We made it a light summon. Let's just say our buddy Karis went through a lot of fun changes. So cool with the way it came out. I'm so happy with the way it came out. So this is why Nerid is this is why I'm trying something different with Nerid. She has fans. We're gonna make her do very quick fans, like very quick slashing motions. And to be honest, I don't know what the hell I would do with the turtle. Alright, let's do like another. It's 6:40 right now. We'll stop at 6:45. Okay, so what do we want to do in the next 5 minutes? Actually, let me not close that up just yet, just in case I need something here from again. And the reason why I don't like using this because a lot of these effects are not compatible with this version of Adobe Animate, and trust me, like we've had a lot of crazy stuff happen. If something's not compatible, Adobe Animate will actually view the whole entire project as corrupt and destroy everything. I was very sad when that happened before. Where to take this? We're gonna put this on Minardi's side, and we're gonna add a tween to that because we needed a ripple just to make it look a little bit better. Speaking of references, if you want me to bring back Heart or Evil Jenna, let me know. Because again, this story, I know what I'm gonna be doing with the story, but if people want requests, I'll put requests. I'll figure out some way to bring them back into the story. I do admit I spend a lot of time with those characters because those characters take a lot of work. Okay. Especially Heart. Heart is just a lot of work. She definitely is my pride and joy. That took a lot of crazy hours to actually get her to work right. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to mash the water ripple right here. As soon as it lands, right there. We're gonna put a blank keyframe right here. Let's just make sure we actually get the water ripple in here. Water ripple, yep. So we're gonna put a blank keyframe here. We're gonna drag this right This might have to be right below it. Yeah, this will be right below it. So scratch that idea. What we're gonna do is we'll put this on depths layer. If I'm not using a layer or a specific asset on a layer, I will put a symbol on it just to save on space. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna zoom in on the scythe. We're gonna kind of speed run this because I actually do need to get ready for work. One more shift left, and that's it. So we're gonna put the water right below it. English is hard. Make this a little bit bigger. What I could have done was cut the scythe in half, but I wasn't trying to do that. I was being very lazy that night when I was doing this. Put a keyframe right here. Now we're gonna zoom out. Put a keyframe right here. And now we'll have this follow this. And we're gonna have it disappear at the same frame it disappears at. Perfect. Create classic ease. Let me rephrase that. We have 2 points. We have point A and point B. Because I probably should explain this again. Here's point A, where the ripple is, and point B is where it ends. If we don't put a tween in there, it's just going to teleport, as you can see. It looks really bad. So what we're going to do is right-click anywhere in between point A and point B. The first option is create classic tween, which we're not going to do, because as mentioned before, I like using ease in and ease out. Ease in and out, because it looks a little bit more natural. Okay. I know this is going to be a little bit off. Oh, so the same issue is happening before. Interesting. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. So this is the same issue that happened before with Mia's clone is happening here. For some weird reason, it's not tracking the layer above it. So we're gonna try to make this as big as possible. We're gonna slow this down a little tiny bit. We're just getting rid of some frames just so it can look a little bit better. All right, let's watch it and we'll see how bad this looks. I guarantee you this is gonna look pretty ass, but we're just experimenting for now. So today, primarily, what we did was give Minardi a new attack, which is gonna be her just slamming the dog shit out of somebody. We'll have some flames come out of it. We added effects on her clones when they disappear. We experimented on the ripple effects, which when I have a little bit more time tomorrow, we'll actually figure that out. Again, I do apologize for the speedrun screen today, but I felt I needed to at least do something today because I'm going to be very busy for the next couple of days. It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, but we can't use it. We're going to have to find another effect. So this is a situation where Adobe Animate is just being stupid. Actually, I have an idea. We could turn this into a button. We're going to turn this into a button so the effect doesn't actually go. It's going to be a solid, it's going to just use frame 1. So let's watch this. If this works, we might just keep it like that. We'll do 2 watches, and then we'll wrap it up for tonight. And as usual, I do appreciate all the constant support on this. You guys are what make this matter at the end of the day. And as usual, if you have any suggestions, just let me know. Somehow, some way, we got firearms to work. And as usual, this is a darker retelling or reimagining of Golden Sun's story. We are loosely following lore. Things are gonna happen that the mimics normal progression of the game, but we're making things a little bit more dark. We're primarily gonna be focusing on plot holes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find something later, but that's fine. I knew this was gonna happen. So for now, we'll get rid of it. Not a big deal. We'll just have to find a substitute for that. But as mentioned, we're primarily trying to make things a little bit more entertaining. I'm going to be fixing issues that I found with the game story. Like, for example, I personally feel, and I know this is a take, I feel from Vale all the way up until Mercury, the tension that you had, it diminishes after you complete Mercury Lighthouse until you get to Toby. Again, that is a take. That is definitely a take. It diminishes, but it picks up as soon as you finish Colossal. So, my opinion, from the ending of Mercury Lighthouse all the way until Toby is where, like, there's a lot of dead space. Like, the tension that you had from the beginning of the game to Mercury Lighthouse kind of dies down. Which is why I introduced that foiled Sarah squad. We introduced a group of 4 individuals that will be a foil to Isaac's party from Gold to Sun 1 all the way until 2. My end goal for this is to actually come up with a story for Isaac's party up until they get to the reunion section. But we'll get there when we get there. So when I get back from work tomorrow, I'll brainstorm tonight what I want to do, but for the most part today, we did get done what we needed to get done. And as usual, if anybody has any suggestions, leave in the comment section. If you dislike it, so I can know I need to improve on stuff. But as usual, thank you guys for the constant support. You guys are what matter. You guys keep this thing going. And finally, Mercury Lighthouse will be done. Mercury Lighthouse has been going on for a long time, but we've had a lot of moving parts. And as soon as we're done with Mia's little section here, we have to go back to Isaac's perspective, which is be happening soon. Long story short, Mercury Lighthouse is going to be finished with his next Sprite animation. Okay, alright, besides that, I do have to get ready to go to work, so everybody take care, enjoy the VOD, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. We out. Good night, guys.